Chapter 1. Somewhere Between Heaven and Hell. Across the ethereal plain, a battle looms. Norse frost giants and Egyptian demons struggle to assemble. They are unlikely allies in a war that has lasted a millennia. Still, these beings of the darkness are aligned together, ready to strike down the forces of the light. The frost giants range in size from huge to massive, and are armed with clubs and axes. They attempt to communicate with the demons. However, the demons speak in an ancient Egyptian tongue that makes conversing impossible. Hastily scrawled maps are drawn in the sand, but they are difficult to decipher. This will not prove to be of much consequence, as the plan is evidently to overpower those facing them. Durin, a dwarf, is a Norse general. His leadership and battle tactical abilities are superior. However, his forces are gravely outnumbered, a fact not lost on those in his charge. One of his lieutenants, Nike, the Roman goddess of victory, stares across the plain. "There seem to be more of them today," Durin nods. "And fewer of us." It is a particularly foggy day on the plain. The archers from the light cannot hit their targets with regularity. This does not play to Durin's advantage. In order to defeat the enemy, his forces need to keep them at bay. However, this battle will be fought at close quarters, further diminishing his odds in an already bleak situation. The frost giants beat their chests and roar. The demons light their spears. Within minutes, they will charge the light. At Durin's command, the Roman and Greek demigods assume a defensive phalanx. His orders must be followed to the letter if they are going to survive the onslaught. Even still, the odds are stacked against them. The frost giants charge directly into the clash, intent on making quick work of their enemy. The phalanx holds strong. For a while. The demons hurl their flaming spears into Durin's defenses. Most of them are blocked by shields. However, many are not. A Roman demigod is pierced in the heart. He drops his bow and falls to the ground. The others leave him writhing in pain as his last seconds pass. There is nothing that can be done for him. The frost giants swing their axes, beheading those on the front lines. At last, the archers can properly engage. Close-range arrows pierce the mighty chests of demons and giants. But it is too little, too late. The phalanx collapses and the archers are overrun. The demigods scatter for protection as the forces of the light are routed. An unidentifiable hero rides into the fray on horseback. This hero exhibits no fear and skillfully maneuvers through the carnage. The frost giants take notice. They redirect their attention to this newcomer. An alpha giant attacks. Wildly swinging a club, he attempts to knock the hero from the steed. His hands are met by the blade of a broadsword. The club in his hands fall to the ground. The frost giant wails, but his agony is short-lived. The hero's blade slashes his throat, and he drops to the ground, dead, or something like it. The hero dismounts the horse and is soon surrounded by a pack of demons. Flaming spears fly, but they are blocked by a shield marked by a feline emblem. Soon, the cadre of demons is reduced to nothing. Black ash fills the air. The blunt end of a spear connects with the back of the hero's head. Now standing over the hero is a demon with a newly lit spear. He thrusts it downward. The hero rolls away in the nick of time. The demon has trouble freeing the spear from the ground. Now it is he who is in danger. Instead of fighting back, he seethes. "Strike me down, slave to the light. We shall meet again. Perhaps, but not today." The hero plunges the broadsword deep into the demon's chest, and he bursts into flames. The remaining frost giants and demons are intimidated. They scatter, rushing back to whence they came. They would regroup and live to fight again another day. Satisfied, the hero sheathes the sword and removes the helmet. A gush of dazzling reddish blonde hair falls to the shoulders. This is no hero, this is a heroine. Freya, the Norse goddess of beauty, stands triumphant, her exquisite looks matched only by her battle skills. She senses motion from behind, and in a swift, fluid motion, unsheathes her sword and holds it at the throat of her would-be attacker. "Easy." The voice of Durin gives her pause. She sheathes the broadsword. "What took you so long?" Durin asks. "So much for your legendary timing." Freya is still distracted. She watches the horizon intently. "Maybe. I thought you'd handle this one on your own." Dismayed, Durin responds, "You do realize, O Queen of the Valkyries, how grotesquely outnumbered we are. And this isn't a recent occurrence. Our Egyptian brothers and sisters are not sending their troops as they once did." Freya stares him down. "Of course I am aware. But we must fight on. Our very existence depends upon it." Durin nods. "The Sphere Eternus. It is the last known portal between heaven, hell, earth, and all the other realms. And need I remind you what will happen if the darkness were to gain its control? No. The darkness would have carte blanche over the fate of all the worlds. Life as we know it would end. The slightest glimmer of a smile creeps across Freya's face. At least, Durin understands what is at stake. Durin, however, has not finished complaining. We are overrun on a daily basis. We are losing ground. Slowly, naturally, but still. Our forces are no match for theirs. We need help from the Egyptians, or all will be lost. Freya's smile disappears. Instead, fury flashes in her eyes. You will follow my instructions. Now is the time to rise to greatness. I trust that is something you would like. Durin stammers. Of course it is, my queen. But reinforcements are needed. And reinforcements you shall have. Athena is on a special mission to bring a major god back into the war. Durin perks up. That is wonderful news. Could it be Horus, the Egyptian god of war? We need him. Or perhaps Mars? Or Ares? Or even a trusted Greek titan? Freya doesn't respond. Someone else, then, Durin asks. Can you give me a hint? Freya frowns. Word is, he was once quite the archer. Durin puts his head in his hands. Apollo was not the god he was hoping for.